Why am I going out on dates and they're not calling after the first date? What should I look for in the dating process? What should I know and ask 30 days after dating them? How do you identify red and green flags? How do I date long distance? And more. Order Greg Davis's new book now, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the guide to removing guessing and eliminating the games. Order now at www.gregdavisshow.com. Again, that's gregdavisshow.com.
Y'all didn't even notice. Roger, did you notice? That's a commercial.
I did not.
Frank noticed it. You noticed it, Frank?
Yes, sir.
It's 30 seconds too. Broderick, you usually notice new stuff. You slipping. Maybe we need to say go with God to you.
Well, no, I want to go with God, but not away.
Bishop got a Donald Trump spirit.
I mean, he got a hard Donald Trump spirit.
Donald Trump spirit. Yeah, Broderick. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's a lot of y'all coming in already. I appreciate it. We are When the Right One Comes, the men's edition. And thank all of you for joining us tonight. If you would do me a favor tonight, I'm going after two things on YouTube because Facebook making me mad. I don't know. I may have to just leave Facebook. I see why people do YouTube. I need you to subscribe tonight. I think there's a button to your left. I think it would be. Somebody let me know. I need you to subscribe. Everybody on here, please do me a favor. Can you subscribe to this channel? And then secondly, Frank, what they need to do, hit the
share button. And then which is what I'm doing right now, which is why I'm looking down. Hit the share button on under the, where you see like, dislike, or live chat. Hit the share button. Once you hit the share button, you're going to copy the link and then go to your Facebook. Go to your Facebook and post it. Post a link on your timeline and say the fellas are When the Right One Comes is live on YouTube only tonight. That way that people can find us where we are. Again, where the like and dislike and the live chat is, there's a button that says share. Hit the share button. Then copy the link. Once you copy the link, go to your Facebook, paste the link on your timeline and tell people to come on over.
And as you're doing that, I need you to walk and chew gum. I need you to subscribe, and I need you to do like Marla did. Marla, thank you. Subscribe. I need y'all to do that. Like there's 75 people, all of y'all. Subscribe. Hey, Candy, subscribe tonight. I'm starting to push because Facebook didn't upset me. I need y'all to subscribe tonight, and let me know you subscribe, please. Just say subscribed and share. Just do all that. Need y'all to help tonight in this. In this. All right. Subscribe to When the Right One Comes. Do that for me. Just subscribe. I don't see none of y'all saying subscribe. Y'all are y'all trying to do what he told you probably first.
Yeah.
I'm taking y'all too fast. Thank you, Juanita. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah. Come on, help me out. I'm gonna build this YouTube channel. Me and Frank gonna build some YouTube stuff. I watched Frank Lee speak. There y'all go. I watched Frank Lee speaking last week. It was good. I fell asleep on it.
Now I don't know if it was that good if you fell asleep on my show though, but I know you're an hour ahead.
I know it was good. Y'all make sure.
Did. Last week was a good show. It really was though.
Yeah, make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday nights.
Same time as us.
Oh, right. Okay. 10 o'clock. That's why I fell asleep. Right. Make sure y'all subscribe. today, please. We're up to 100. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This is how we work. We build each other. Make sure y'all subscribe. Let's subscribe. Let me do something. I didn't send out a text message to everybody.
And not only subscribe, but make sure you hit the like button as well. If you're on the live chat, I need you to hit that like button. There are at least 100 people on here. There are only 8 likes on the video. I need you to hit like.
He watching y'all.
When you when you hit like, it boosts our algorithm. So let's hit like. I need to see those likes go up. I need to see them go up. Let's do it, y'all. Let's make it happen. There we go. There we go. Y'all so kind. Y'all here every Monday night, no matter who's playing Monday Night Football. And we appreciate you being in the building tonight. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for their win on yesterday.
Bishop, read that comment.
Come on in here, Frank, and you didn't even send nothing. You know, you say something in the
They
store.
received their book.
Thank you, Laurie.
I ordered mine. Mine ain't come yet, man. What's going on, Bishop? No, I'm just joking.
You didn't order. That's fine. If you have not ordered your book, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, there's another shipment going out tomorrow, so you can order tonight, and I still have signed copies. GregDavisShow.com. Greg Davis Show. I went to Frank. I went to TikTok, and as soon as I popped up, it was this woman talking about, I read the whole book in 1 hour. I just kept reading and reading and reading. She said, I don't even read like that. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And she talked about it changed her life.
She read the book in 1 hour.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Golly.
Some people are readers, man. Some people are readers.
We know you're a reader. Look at those glasses.
Wow.
Readers are leaders, sir. Readers are leaders. Yes, Andrea, I did check my headset and it works very well. Thank you for asking.
Somebody else said they got their book.
Yeah, real quick, we want to give a shout out to Prophet Claiborne for getting his sound together.
You didn't have to. You really didn't.
Open rebuke gets things done. That's the in the
wow.
Pentecostal church. They specialize in open rebuke, and it make you change. It make you change.
I grew up in the Pentecostal church.
See, that's the problem with a lot of stuff now. Y'all don't be rebuking stuff.
I thought he was a pilot with those earphones on.
Sometimes you just gotta put people on blast.
Whatever.
Those of y'all that, before I turn to Frank, those of y'all that got your books, or Joyce and all of you that got your books, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to make a video and say I received my book, or either make it now that you received it or that you're reading it and how it's blessing you, and tag me. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook. It don't matter. All right. I need you to do that for me. Frank, you could take it and introduce all the brothers and do our if you got one.
Listen, y'all know what the time it is. It's the hottest show on the Monday night that you can find on on Oprah's internet. We are When the Right One Comes. If this is your first time tonight, would you do me a favor right now? I want you to put first time in the comment section. Come on, let us know. We love our first time visitors. We're all kind of churchy. Well, we all very churchy, to be honest. And we like loving on first time.
Very churchy.
I can't stand it. Bishop, you should have seen how Antoine was looking at me when I said we
Some of
all
us are
churchy.
churchy.
I was about to say, I don't know.
I just wouldn't even look up because he ain't talking about me.
Whether they believe it or not, all them churchy. They just not maybe
look at the first
traditional
time.
church, but they look at all these first timers. Shell, how you doing?
Michelle, you finally
missed the
came
first
over
one.
here.
I missed the first one. Who?
Go back, Marlon. to some of the
Elise Springer, first time. I see now. Renee Hines, first time. What's up, y'all? Michelle, what's up? First time. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
This is our first time over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, that count too, I guess. You know, you know how people come to church all the time and still stand up when you say, "Well, visitors, please stand."
My grandfather used to be like, if you've been here more than 3 times, don't stand up no more.
How many times you gonna stand up, daughter? Yeah. We are when the right one comes. We are the brainchild of the one and only Bishop Gregory Davis. That's the man up there with the pretty white beard. He's the one that birthed this whole entire concept, when the right one comes. Been in existence for a long time before the actual show. We are the byproduct of his vision and his concept. And we've been doing this for over a year now.
64 weeks?
63 weeks, Bishop.
Why does he always do it like that? 63 weeks, Bishop. Yeah, he waiting for that part.
Yeah.
Frank, let me say this before you go. We're praying for you too, Frank. I don't mean to, but we're praying for you in the loss of your cousin.
I appreciate it.
We heard about it. We announced it in Clubhouse, and that's what I love about you. You're here tonight, and we love you and praying for your family.
Man, I appreciate that. I lost a cousin, friend, and classmate last week to gun violence. That's the second close person and family member I've lost in a 4-year time span. Someone that I went to school with, someone that was a friend, someone that was a family member, someone that I ate with, walked with. You know, we as preachers, pastors, we oftentimes handle death much differently than lay people. Because we see it all the time and we have to participate in services with it all the time. But it always is different when it's a peer, a friend, someone you were near and dear to, and for them to leave their light to be extinguished like that here on earth it's always difficult. But we don't grieve as those without hope because of the faith that we have that one day we will indeed see them again. So I appreciate your prayers. Be praying for his immediate family as well. All of us, the services will be next week, Thursday, on the 28th and 29th. So the wake will be on the 28th. Services will be at the cemetery on the 29th. So I really appreciate that, Bishop. Appreciate that, y'all. Yeah. Then, other than Bishop Greg Davis, we have the one and only, one of the original Christian kings of comedy, Broderick E. Rice. Say what's up to the people, right?
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Then we got the one and only, the one that had the bad mic and sounded like he was underwater last Monday. But we thank God for deliverance on this week. Deliverance came quick. So we thank God for Prophet Michael Claiborne. Say what's up to the people, Claiborne.
What's happening, family? That ain't right, Frank. That ain't even right.
That joint sound kind of good though. I ain't gonna
If
lie.
you wasn't a Cowboy fan, I would say something. But
listen, you sound so good tonight, though. You sound so good.
Thank you.
And then next to him, we have another bishop in the house, the one and only Antoine Jackson from St. Louis, Missouri.
Praise the Lord, saints.
That sounds churchy. Wait,
I had to give it to him. I had to give it to him. Praise the Lord, saints.
Then,
oh my God.
Then below him, I'm saying, Josh, below him, we have the one and only, the preacher, the man who be fresh to death all the time, the one and only. Do you go by Reverend, Minister, Elder? What is it?
Man, I just go by Dwayne.
Amen. Dwayne Williams Jr. is in the house from Baltimore. Then last but not least, we have our newcomer. This is what, your third week, Josh?
Yes.
Third week in the building.
Why he answer like that?
I've been knowing him for quite some time. We actually met, I believe it was in Jackson, Mississippi, right?
Yeah, I
Was it
think that's
Jackson,
the first
Mississippi?
time. Yeah, I think that's the first time. That's
Yeah.
I went to
Years
shake your
ago.
hand, I went to shake your hand. You walked by me, but it's all right.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Don't need to quit telling that lie. That's funny. But yeah, the one and only Mr. Clubhouse, Joshua Bingham. Say what's up to the people, Josh.
that's funny.
Praise the Lord, elders, saints, bishops, pastors in your respective places. Thank you.
And I am Frank Ray III, aka Frankly Speaking, behind the scenes. Make sure everything stays intact. We appreciate her to have her back this week. She went to the Ravens game last week, so she missed us last week. So it's good to have her back this week. The one and only Melinda Henry. Bishop, you want an icebreaker tonight, or you ready to get into it? Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
So, all right, here's the icebreaker, a little different. How would you describe yourself? Are you a hummingbird fleeting from passion to passion throughout your life? How would you describe yourself? Are you a hummingbird fleeting from passion to passion, or a woodpecker, one who drills down into one passion? If you had to describe yourself throughout your life, are you a hummingbird fleeting from passion to passion, or a woodpecker who drills down into one passion? Anybody can go first.
Nervous to answer this tonight.
You're definitely a woodpecker.
Who, me?
Oh no, you're not. No, no. I was thinking of something else. Another answer. Never mind.
What's the two again? Yeah, what you think about? What's the two again, Frank? Ignore Bishop.
Okay.
What's the two?
That's okay. This is rated PG. I'm sorry.
What's the two again, Frank? We don't have time for this tonight.
Are you a hummingbird? You know how hummingbirds flee while they're doing whatever they're doing. They're going from flower to flower, doing whatever they do. But a woodpecker is typically drilling in one spot. So are you a hummingbird fleeting from passion to passion, or a woodpecker? You drill into one passion.
Can we have a different bird, Frank? Can we have a different bird?
Right.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
This is not gonna be good.
Describe yourself, Dwayne.
Are you a woodpecker?
Y'all are silly.
Okay, somebody answer. I can't be playing with y'all. You on mute, Bishop.
You're on mute, Bishop.
Claiborne, somebody answer. Go ahead.
Okay. I would say, for me, while I have extension in several different passions, but I think what makes me operate better is when I focus on, sometimes I can be one track, Frank. I can be one track person and I often tell people, if I'm there, I'm doing that. Like, I don't like to do 10 different things because then I don't get things done. While I do have passion for different things, and you can see that because you'll see me like this and like that, want to do different things. But what makes me operate better is when I focus at that one time. Like when I was doing ministry, Bishop, I was focused on that. Like I didn't want to build church. I didn't want to do it. I was an evangelist straight through and focus on that. But then as I started to transition into other areas, then I focused on that. So I would say most likely I am the one passion drill down into it. Like I get all out of it, put all that I have into it. I know that's where it's any way you go with this, it's not going to sound good. So, but I try to intellectualize it, Pastor Jackson.
You just drill into it, huh?
I was, yeah. Hey, listen, but I would say as far as anything else out here, and I'm gonna ignore the brothers because they're, but I am all about, I would say the one focus mind. Come on, Josh, you are more, and you can bring the intellectual back in. You and Pastor Jackson, y'all find a way. Well, not Josh, Pastor Jackson, because Josh, we on Clubhouse with him. He gonna make it worse. Trust me. In a few minutes, it's gonna be worse than it is right now.
But who wants to be I mean, I definitely would consider myself the pecker of wood. I'm
What?
What is a hummingbird accomplishing if you're not focused on one thing for any season of time? Maybe I'm a hybrid because I do have multiple passions, right? Multiple things that I'm interested in multiple things that I want to do, multiple interests, like most of us up here. But I think my mindset is more so, yes, that might be my goal, but I understand that dominance or success in one area tends to open up the level of that open door in another area. I know what Bishop is going to say. Bishop always preached that consistency. So we already know his answer, consistency, longevity, legacy. But I would say that, yeah, I'm definitely that pecker of wood. I am.
I can't stand Dwayne. Let me, as we keep answering. Go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead. I can't even. Go ahead. Answer the question, Dwayne.
I don't know how to answer it. I'm gonna just be a hummingbird today. How that sound? I'm gonna be a hummingbird.
Bishop, you on mute.
Crossbreed between the hummingbird and the pecker.
You think you are? You saying you are?
No, Dwayne is the crossbreed.
Oh, okay.
And the pecker. Go ahead. Come on, y'all.
So he's humming while he's pecking.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not getting no better.
Hey,
Jackson
Frank, I'm gonna take us out the gutter. I'm an eagle.
That's not even on the list.
I had to take us to higher ground.
Y'all, I honestly,
he's a humming pecking eagle.
I honestly did not see this going this way until it came out of my mouth.
Broderick.
All right, so do you think the saying is true that if you're going to be a jack of all trades, you can be a master of none? Or can you be a master of a trade and also be a jack of a lot of trades? Let's answer it like that.
Absolutely. I would say you can be a master of one, and then have different other things that you may not be the best in it, but you can make it happen. I mean, in my own life, I've seen that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, in my last business, I wasn't in the t-shirt business, but I can get into it, and I learned it, and I learned how to do it and did it well. It was not something that I did, but I can make sure that everything is done. That's not what I master in, but I can do it. I was just telling someone the other day, I can do everything but the electric and the plumbing, but I can lay carpet and put up plywood and paint and all of those kind of things. That's not something I mastered in, but I had to learn it as a child. My mother didn't have it. She was learn this, and I learned it. But then I mastered other things. So I absolutely believe that you can master some or a few. Josh, or a few, maybe not even just one. Maybe you do master a few other things, and then you are a jack of all trades in others. So I think you can be. I think you can from that end. I think you can be both. Yes.
And I think they just ready to move on, Bishop.
Y'all ready? All right.
Go deeper, Bishop. Go deeper.
I'm definitely never mind. Yeah, we need to find a better way to put that. I do like pecking in one place though. See, there's no clean way to answer this.
There's no clear answer.
So tonight we're talking about, because of all this red flag stuff going on. We're gonna talk about red flags, and it's gonna be very interesting. So before we even go to the questions, tell me, to you, Broderick, what is a red flag to you? Like, give me your pet peeve red flag.
A woman that is emotionally volatile and disrespectful.
Okay, Frank.
Anybody who orders a steak well done.
Josh. Yeah, and his is what, Josh?
The same thing.
You put A1 sauce on your steak.
And he's serious.
Very.
Dwayne.
Yo, y'all out of control. A well done steak and A1 sauce. Come on, man. I'm gonna say bad breath, Bishop. Bad breath.
Okay. Antoine.
A tongue lasher.
How did that? No, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just you weaponize words.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say you don't like tongue lashings.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to ask the same.
I was about to get kicked off the island tonight.
I was like, I'm trying to understand.
What happened?
Like a lollipop.
You in the wrong room, sir.
Dwayne.
He answered.
I answered already. It's
Okay.
profit.
I did.
What did he say?
I didn't say anything yet.
I said bad breath, but Prophet didn't say anything yet.
Go ahead, Prophet. I'm sorry.
I would say a complainer. I can't stand a person that everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. You know, you complain, Josh, on everything. I mean, I'm like, ain't nothing right. You know, you got a problem with everything. And Bishop, you say it all the time. Well, Bishop, I am so bad about if you complain in a restaurant, now I will leave you in the restaurant because I want my food right, or I'll go to another table and say I'm not with them. You know, so I don't like a person. Everything that come out of your mouth, you break my peace. I like peace, and every time you come around that, and coupled with that, I can't stand a cusser. I don't like a woman who has a foul mouth. I don't like a woman who, unless Jackson, sit back, just sit back, Jackson, just sit back, sit back, sit back.
Unless what?
Unless it's
Unless
necessary.
what, Prophet?
Unless it's necessary. Move on, Bishop. Anything we say tonight is not going to be good.
Unless it's necessary, my God.
Yeah, I can't. Mine is the smart mouth. I can't do it. I can't do it because for me, and I did a post. Well, I did a video today on this. It'll post tomorrow. To me, you start looking ugly. I don't care how fine you are. I had a meeting with somebody today, and he was saying he really liked the girl, but her mouth and all that she says turns him off. Yep. So ladies, lean in, as Anisha says, that if a man like you and think you fine, he can think you just the opposite. It's a red flag when you don't. Really, what we talking about is disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sometimes it comes from toxicity of a past relationship, and you begin. Me and my boy Luther talk about it all the time. I'm like this. Like, I'll go so long with you, but when that thing, Antoine, clicks,
It's too much.
that is too much. I'll say like this, try to say it was like a time I didn't know you. I'll go so long with you, but then I'll wake up one morning and be like, no, I can't do this no more. So, number one, what is a financial red flag you look out for in dating? Financial red flag. What's a financial red flag? For me, it's like you're a cheap tipper.
It's good, Bishop.
Yeah, like if you say you're gonna pay the bill, I'd be doing like this, and they don't deserve all this. Oh no, I can't do that. No, that's a red flag for me, because it means you're not a giving person. You don't treat these people as service people, and that's a whole lot to me. Or she said, tell you another red flag, when you ask me why I tip that much, why I gave about, why you give them all that? Take that back. Give them 10. No. Frank looking like women do that. Yeah, they do that.
Oh yeah.
So
I agree.
I know that's a simple financial one, but to me it says a lot about the way you treat others.
Yeah.
For me. So what's some financial red flags you look at in dating? Anybody?
I think for me, Bishop, is you count my money on my stuff for myself. The things I buy for myself, Bishop, I don't know if you've been there, but to hear him say, why you spend that much money on that?
Doc, that ain't a red flag. That's you ain't even getting no. You ain't getting it.
Well, you don't count my money. Don't bring up what I do.
You don't tell me what to do with my money.
With my money, and the thing about it is, I'm a shopper. I pay my bills, I take care of my things, but I like to buy nice things for me that last a while. I mean, I moved to the leather shoes, but Bishop, I remember when skins were real big. And when you buy Maury's, that's the Rolls Royce of skins. You're starting at $400 or $500 for a shoe. And to hear people say, I would never spend that. You know what? You won't. And so when you bring up that, what that tells me is the rest of my relationship is going to always, Josh, every time I do something for me, you're going to have a problem. You don't have a problem if I do something for you, but you have a problem. And my second one is when I do for you, you complain about it. You didn't have to do. I don't like nobody to question it. If I do it because I like you, you don't have to struggle with that. Don't worry about what I do. Just if I do it because I like you, why you have to do? Because that'll take the fire from me. I went through that. That'll take the fire from me, and then I don't want to do anything for you if I can't just do it. I ain't worried about the money. If I brought you that perfume, now don't you go online and look at how much it costs, and then that right there. That bothers me really, really bad. Just enjoy the gifts. Enjoy what I do for you. So those are my two.
Because I buy you. That's the craziest thing in the world.
But they do it, Bishop.
Yeah. Both of yours is mine too. Like, don't watch my pockets. Don't watch I work hard. All right, Antoine.
Well, I hate to be petty tonight, but
go deeper.
But y'all know I got to think about these bald tires. You know what I'm saying? I just got to think about it.
What?
I like the way a woman keeps her car tells me everything. Like,
said that the last time.
Not have super high expectations of me buying you Louis, Gucci, right? All of that stuff. But I get in your car and there's McDonald's French fries all in the side. The check engine light is on. The tires ain't been rotated. Like, so it's like
your dashboard look like a Christmas tree.
Hey, ain't been dusted, ain't drove that car through a car wash in ages. Like it just sends off red flags to me that you don't take care of the thing that is a necessity to you, but then you want me to do all the pleasures, right? And so it makes me nervous because I go, well, if you don't take care of the necessities, then that means we're overindulging in the pleasures for you to try to count my pockets and to see how far I will go and to see how much money I have. And so for me, the way a woman actually takes care of her car tells me a lot about how she handles her money.
All right. Josh?
Ooh, that was a good one, AJ. That was a good one. I can't stand them ball ties. I can't stand that blinking all change light that you refuse to change. I can't stand that
While
brake
the engine light on.
Yeah, your engine light on, your brake light on. You know, you got all these lights on, but you wanna go get $100 steak. Baby, where they do that at?
Facts. I need to go get your oil change instead of going instead of going to Capitol Grill.
Yeah, we need to get these tires fixed, man.
Because you riding on the passenger side, Josh.
Hey, I'm talking about your tire smooth as a baby's body. Just smooth. No traction, no tread, no nothing. That's a good one. For me, I think discipline and spending, man. Like for me, the inability to plan something and can't keep a budget. You can't tell yourself no to something that you want because you don't have the understanding to delay a level of gratification today for something greater tomorrow. For me, a woman that cannot tell herself no, not me no, don't tell me no, but that can't tell herself no when it comes to wanting to buy something, purchase something, but say, I really want that, but listen, I can get it, but listen, I'm trying to do something else. So people that always spend, that's a red flag for me. People that never tell themselves no, people that Bishop that don't take a out to say, you know what? Let me say that I can save $300 there, right? You know, I could do this because I want to save this for tomorrow. I need something more important to do. So for me, a woman that's always in spend, particularly when you want me to spend, it's a red flag for me. When you have no regard, watch this, AJ, or you don't even inquire, babe, is this good? Is this in the budget? You know, to me, that's a green flag. I know we're gonna get to that later probably, but the red flag for me is if you just assume that we could just spend and just, you just ain't got no regard, Bishop. You just, hey, Bishop, we out. You just, you want to eat, you want to go here, you want to go there, you want to do this, you want to do that, and never have in the frame of your mind, is this within your budget, or even asking a question. So for me, it's people that don't have any discipline when it comes to spending money. It's a red flag for me.
That's a good one. That's good. Let me ask y'all a question. Something just ran across my mind, and we'll go back right into it that way. Do you think it's a red flag, Broderick, any of y'all, for a woman that says, and Michael, this has a little to do with you were talking about, when a woman says, no, don't do nothing for me, don't do nothing for me. Why you keep spending this money? But they still take it.
Yes, because it says you trying to be nice, but then you also offended me. Don't do nothing for me, but then you take it. I mean, if you don't want me to do, watch this, Bishop, because if you don't do nothing for them, then it's another statement they're going to keep saying. So either or. I just really don't want to play that game with you. I don't want to play that game with you.
So do y'all think that they really mean don't do nothing for me, or is that something they did? Go ahead, Josh. You doing that deal? Go ahead. Either one, Dwayne.
Go ahead, Dwayne. You go ahead.
Yeah, Bishop. I don't know. I don't think I agree with it. I think I think really it probably really is the inability to accept something because So some women think that men, when we do something nice for them, it's got to be associated to something. So I think they want to accept it, but at the same time they don't want to accept it because they sometimes, not all the times, they may be coming with a level of genuineness, like, hey, I'm good, I don't want to accept it, because they don't want like maybe something that they feel like may come with it if they accept it. So I don't know if I can label that as a red flag, but I think it just depends on who the person is.
Okay. Who else?
So she said, Bishop, so you're saying that if she's consistently saying no, right?
But she's still consistently saying yes by taking it.
Oh yeah, I ain't hear the consistent
By
part.
taking it. So
Yeah.
she initially so she initially says, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But you insist.
Yeah.
And she takes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that's a red flag.
No? Okay.
Because you insisted. Now, if I offer and she says,
But is
no,
it a red flag about intentions that she really don't mean that?
I mean,
Does that say something about her character? I'm just asking.
nah, I don't think. I think some people, maybe she don't want to appear that she need it. Maybe it's some issue of she don't want to be in a position where it looks like she's trying to take or something like that. But I wouldn't call it a red flag.
I agree, Josh. Yeah.
Because, you say no, but then I insist. Now, if I say no and you come back and ask me for it, that might be a red flag. But if I insist, right, to a woman, no, take this money or take this gift, I don't know if that's a red flag. I could be wrong though.
I don't think it's a red flag, but I am gonna watch to see consistently what you spend it on. I'm a build my case though. Like I'm gonna see what you spend it on. So
that's the petty bishop boy.
But I'm not saying like I'm gonna build my case though. Like if I'm like, yo, you need this, and she takes the money and it's like it turns out to be something that isn't fruitful, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna be like, nah. But if she's using it in a way that is actually beneficial to her, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Yeah. Maybe she's not, maybe she's trying to be nice. Maybe she's trying to be polite. Maybe she doesn't want to appear that because as men.
Maybe she's still on the independent woman, Josh.
Yeah, Bishop, maybe, because sometimes, say you dating a woman, you done took her out, you done treated her nice, and then you see some other need in her life, right? And say, listen, let me help you with this. Maybe she's like, well, I don't want to seem like I'm taking, even though she needs it, right? So there may be I'm all right when you actually need it.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to throw that in there. Frank, what's a financial red flag for you?
You clubbing every weekend, but your children her ain't done.
Frank.
That's one for me, for sure. You always all done up, but your kids got beady beads. To me, that's a sign that you struggle prioritizing what matters. So yeah, that would be a red flag for me, for sure.
Roger?
I had one.
I would like to join Bishop Jackson in the Pentecostal denomination. And this really happened. This really happened, Bishop. Disparity in gift giving and treats. I took a young lady a few years ago to a nice restaurant, white linen, what have you, and we were supposed to exchange gifts. And I had a wave of gifts. I'm going to give it in sections, and I did all mine. We had mezzanine reservations. It was probably a restaurant that you would frequent, Bishop. And then after I finished all of mine, listen to this, and I'm not joking. as Kevin Samuel says, you can't make this up. And then when it's time for her to give me my gift, she gave me a bag of grapes. A bag of grapes, and they wasn't washed or clean. They was in the same bag over there. And she said to me, she said, well, I always heard you saying you love grapes. So there was a disparity there. And I was just like, man, this ain't gonna work well for me. You know, come on. I bought her perfume, some other items, things of that nature. And somebody would say, well, maybe she didn't have the money. Grapes?
A bag of grapes.
I'm done.
I think she was trying to imply something else.
Broderick, where you finding these at, Broderick?
You know what the interesting thing was? She was a doctor.
Oh, she was probably trying to keep you healthy.
She was
yes, sir.
She was a witch doctor. I mean,
hey Bishop, to answer that question, Bishop, because I'm gonna say this. You said financial red flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say if she got more name brand bags, but have no toilet paper or paper towels in her house, red flag. Good night, y'all.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
If she can't afford toiletries, but she got all of these name brand bags.
If you go to that refrigerator
and there's no food in there, but she got a whole bunch of name brand bags.
No, if she got a whole bunch of liquor in that refrigerator and ain't got no eggs,
hold on,
juice,
and she got malt liquor in there.
But you got that but liquor in. If you got that but liquor in your refrigerator,
she got malt liquor.
You ain't got. Hey,
malt
Frank,
liquor.
you're like this, Frank. You got kids, but you got nothing but liquor in your refrigerator.
Malt liquor.
Lunchables.
Nah, if you got kids, you gotta have groceries.
You got
she got malt liquor.
You gotta have
what's worse than a red flag? Burgundy flag.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was younger, like in my early 20s, that's why I used to love dating older women, because they had all the good snacks. They was gonna have all the good food, because they had kids. So, you know, yeah.
They gonna cook for you, Frank.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir, brother.
Hey, Frank, I ain't gonna lie to you.
My cougar had all the snacks, brother.
If they got kids, you got cookies.
Listen, I couldn't wait to go to her house because I knew I was gonna eat good. I was gonna drink about 2-3 Capri Suns throughout the night. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Frank,
it was just good times.
They got everything, and they gonna cook. Cause you know what they gonna say? We ain't going out because I gotta go in there and cook for my kids. You gonna eat if you date somebody that got some kids. It's going.
But Claiborne, what if you go in a refrigerator?
She got liquor.
She ain't got no groceries.
I can't
do
it.
Liquor.
Well, who is you dating? I don't date women who have liquor.
All right, y'all. Let's go to the next question. We stuck. What is it a red flag for you if the person you're dating doesn't have the COVID-19 vaccine?
Jesus. You get these questions.
Hey, Bishop, ain't nobody answering that one.
ain't nobody answering that one. We plead the fifth on that one.
Hey, is she fine?
Y'all out here having dates with people that y'all don't know if they had the vaccine.
I answer.
Because you ain't getting in my house unless I ask you the question.
For real, Bishop. Oh, Bishop. She's fine, and you're gonna act.
My housekeeper wears a mask the whole time she's here since COVID started, and she's vaccinated.
Absolutely. Got to be protected.
Yeah.
You ain't asking her that question, Mike. You ain't asking her that question. Oh, you ain't asking her that.
What? Oh, I'm big on COVID. Like I promise you that. Like I got issues. I'm big on that. We we ain't riding and doing all that crazy stuff. So and I just found out on Bishop online they got the N95s in black because
Oh
they was
yeah.
white.
Oh yeah.
They
No,
got
that's
them
all
in
right.
they got them
Yeah,
in black now.
I've been
The
ordering them.
N90. I
Yeah,
didn't. Yeah, I'm ordering it. I'm ordering it, but I didn't know they had them in black. But
yeah.
I got all kinds of colors and design masks and stuff. So I keep my card in my car. So I probably ain't dealing with nobody that ain't there too much. I mean, I gotta be around. See, yeah. I keep my car. It's in my car. I keep it with me. Okay, you hear me? See, look at Antoine, and that's what I did. I laminated mine. So I don't know, fellas. I mean, I
So
think
you
you can
didn't
ask,
answer the
but
question. Would you gonna date somebody that don't
Well,
have the
y'all
no,
start off. But yeah,
I think I'm asking. Yeah, I think I would prefer you to have it. Yeah, with
Go
me.
ahead, Frank.
no, I would. I think it's a personal choice. I wouldn't hold it against anybody for not having it. Uh, the reality is, even if you are vaccinated, you can still get it. So I wouldn't hold it against nobody that did not have it. Honestly, that's just my. This is just Frank Ray the third talking. This is just me talking
No,
now.
and let me say, I wouldn't hold it against them. It's not a red flag, but I am going to be very, very. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions about your movement.
Yeah, because the reality is, and it's just from my research, from my thoughts, you would be if she's unvaccinated, you would be more of a danger to her than she is to you.
Yeah,
That's just what I think. Yeah.
yeah. I see. I see. Kristen, she said. So we asked for vaccination records. So y'all really don't take this serious. But here's my thing. And y'all been on stage with me. Those have been on stage. I don't force nobody to get a vaccination, but I do monitor who comes with around me and how they come around me. That's my thing. I ain't here to talk about whether you need to get one or not. I'm fully vaccinated and gonna get a booster because I'm gonna play the card of I'm a pastor and I need my booster. Right? I'm a frontline worker. I ain't old enough to get one, but I'm gonna play pastor thing here. We do, but that's your business. But I think it is my business to ask you if you are or aren't, so I know how to handle it. That's my opinion. But
But
go
see,
ahead.
Bishop, my question to you is,
Mm-hmm.
and this really my question to everybody vaccinated. If you are vaccinated, then why does it matter if the person next to you is vaccinated or not? You've taken the proper precautions for you. So
I can still catch it as a vaccinated person. You can still catch it.
absolutely
It's just a 0.1%
that
that
you
you're
die
going
from
to
it.
die from it.
Right. But
Right.
you as being
I
vaccinated
don't even want to catch it.
you are more of a danger to them than they are to you.
Okay, well, both ways. That's fine. I got you too. No, I'm seriously, that's true.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So
Because if
that's
I catch it, I can blow it off. But if they catch
right.
it, they might die.
Right.
That's
So he don't want to
We're
kill
thinking,
them.
huh?
He don't want to kill them.
Well, I wasn't thinking of it like that, but he's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
That was just my thought process on it. That's why I mean,
Yeah, see, we're gonna move on from this question because y'all gonna be not you, but the people in the comments, they're gonna make me mad because
yeah.
that's foolishness. Talking about faith over everything, it overcomes everything. If that's the case, let me call on a lot of bishops that died from it. Let me call on a lot of saints that died from it, and all that. So that's anyway. That ain't the question. Yeah, that ain't the question. And even all this Colin Powell stuff, the man had another disease, immune. Yeah. Anyway,
right.
so anybody else want to answer that question? Or y'all want to move it? Let's move on from that.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah,
I'm with Frank.
Thank you, Bishop. Move
I'm
on. Thank you,
vaccinated,
Bishop.
but Frank, in sports we make exceptions for what we call lottery draft picks.
Facts.
You're a top 10 pick. Just gonna make some exceptions.
Young lady, you really don't want to have this conversation with me, so please let's move on. Please, with the comments.
Yeah, let's move on, Bishop.
Move on.
He is a healer, but it's a lot of saints that died that believe he was a healer. And he gives us also. Anyway, the next question, number 3.
Move on.
Is it a red?
Move on.
Okay, move on, please. I'm getting text messages saying, Bishop, don't let it. So is it a red flag if the woman you're dating lives at home with her parents?
My answer
Yes.
is short and sweet. No.
No.
Yes.
It depends on. No, it depends. It can't. For me, just off of the top of my head, it would definitely depend on her age. For me, number one, her age for me, because I'm 35, so my range is broad right now. So it would depend on her age. Number one, then. Secondly, if she's older, I would ask why. Like, are you freshly divorced? Were you living with somebody and you had to go back home? Are you helping your parents? Are they sickly? Why is it that you still live at home? Yeah, so the red flag would be pending. If you just living at home just to be living at home, then for me, it would be a red
One
flag.
young lady just said she lives at home because she's a caregiver for her mother. That would be a valid reason.
For me,
Yeah, that's a valid reason
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that just want to live home. So if they home, nine times out of 10, I'm talking about I'm just talking about my group. I don't know y'all group, but my group, not too many people want to be back home. And really, to be honest with you, Bishop, in our group, if they got parents, our group parents are probably older.
I ain't in your group.
You beyond my group.
I ain't in your group because I don't.
No, I'm just talking about in our age group. There are people. Not who I date.
But I don't know what you're talking about because I don't.
Oh, okay. So now you go play me on.
No, I don't date in that age group.
No, I didn't say for you dating. I'm saying that sometimes those people are home. Now, you know, I definitely don't date in your age group, but I haven't anyway. That's for sure. But you're trying to broaden my mind.
Oh, look at this though. Look at that.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
But Bishop.
Yeah, I don't know why somebody in the comments saying, "What if I just said?"
Yeah,
I said, if you're taking care of your parents.
He did say that. That's how that started, and then I brought it up in the comments. Yeah.
But
Hey,
go ahead.
yeah, but Bishop, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't care that much. I wouldn't care that much.
Okay.
No, I would basically just see how she manages her money. And then, that's going to be the question to me. Like, how are you managing your money? Because I think, and y'all understand that women have been socialized in certain ways to kind of wait for a man to pursue. And so I feel like if she has been thinking about, hey, I'm just at home because I'm trying to stack, I'm trying to save, it's better here because I'm waiting for a man, then I'll have to figure out how she's actually managing her money and her mindset.
Okay. Then Claiborne, I'm
That's good.
going to bring this up because
I'll stand on.
Go ahead.
I stand on the opposite side of Bishop on that because it's hard to appreciate having what you never had to work for yourself. So when I think about acclimating someone to my life who's never lived it on their own, they don't appreciate the fact these lights on. They don't appreciate the fact that the mortgage is paid and I'm getting tires rotated and I'm getting oil changes and I'm paying for gas and I'm paying for food.
Can I push back, Frank?
Of course.
So I do understand the sentiments of your heart, but
He sound like he getting up in church.
Yeah.
Hey, we about to vote on who about to be the head bishop.
Right.
No, I do understand the sentiments of your heart, but I think that's I think that's kind of a misnomer, though. I think, Frank, you have a daughter, and whether she has it or not, I think you're doing a great job, Bishop, as well, because I see you guys from afar and up close. That you're teaching your daughter how to value stuff. I do hear what you're saying, but I don't think I think that some women know how to value stuff because they're taught right. Right? It's the same thing that we do in our culture. We make being at home with a parent like the worst thing in the world. When the reality of it is, our counterparts, they can stay home until they get married, and nobody says nothing. Right? You know what I mean? Nobody says nothing. With us, we think that a level of responsibility comes by what we have in our possession. But I just believe a level of responsibility and everything else is just taught. And if we teach at home, the first place at home, I think that even if she didn't live on her own, if our parents were teaching us, when you moved her in, Frank, or when y'all got together and y'all moved and y'all got something, she would value you because she was already taught how to value stuff, point blank, period.
Can I push back on that? I fully understand the sentiments of your heart as well. However,
Brother moderator.
there are who dropped out? There are some lessons that are better caught than taught. For instance, you mentioned my daughter. She's at the age where now she's into everything. She's exploring stuff. I can say to her all day long, baby, don't touch this stove. It's hot. It's hot. And she can hear me. I'm teaching her that it's hot. But until she put her hand on it and she gets burnt by it, she don't really know it's hot. So she always want to see for herself. And until she gets burned by it, she ain't gonna really appreciate what daddy done told her that this stove is hot. You get what I'm saying? And so I think a lot of times people are like that, just from my experience. People that have had to grind on their own for at least a little bit have a greater appreciation for what you can add to their life on that level and don't feel entitled. That's just my experience. That's all I'm saying, AJ. I don't know if AJ been there.
One more pushback, Frank. I'm gonna go with nephew on this, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Excuse me, Prophet. Excuse me, Prophet. Before you say that, do you appreciate his sentiment?
Yeah. Wait, hey, Josh. What's the thing is, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, yes, I reserved to redeem my time. I redeem my time. The right to redeem my time, Mr. Speaker. Frank, here's the pushback. As my nephew would say, here's the pushback. I know women who had to pay bills, pay rent, take care of things way before they even move. I'm talking about, like, I know I started paying rent for my room when I was 15 years old, because I got my first job. My mother was teaching me stuff, and she made me, Josh, take a bill. So not only did she taught me to pay my rent. It, of course, obviously wasn't as much as I would pay later, but she was teaching me responsibility. And I used to complain, why are you taking my money? She said, I'm teaching you what you're going to have to do. And I had to pay a bill. But I know friends of mine, female friends of mine, that they took care of the family. They have budget. My brother was my mother's right arm, and he did so much. Like, this guy was so solid in handling the house and handling the bills and everything that, I learned some things from him because he took over and kind of really did that. So I think I agree with you. I do agree with you, Frank, because I do think sometimes people don't appreciate when they have never experienced. But I think the other flip side is that there are some people who have been doing it for so long that when you get them, they are versed. I think that's the word, versed in that area already because they had to do it at home. So I think you got a mixture. Can you say that? Like maybe a mixture of both. Some women have done it and some haven't. So I think maybe we both right. I don't know what you think, Josh, because you like sitting up.
Let me. Prophet,
Oh
Um,
Lord.
this is a very nuanced question. Because if you, I don't know what's going on with your Fisher Price Mike, my Claiborne, but
What
that
are you talking
leapfrog,
about?
that Walmart
Go on, move
leapfrog.
on, move on, move on.
No, well, because I understand the sentiment of what Frank is saying. Because again, life, like there's some things you have to really experience, right, to really gain an appreciation of it. But I also see the validity in the fact that it doesn't even matter sometimes your experience if you even learn, right? Because there's a lot of folk that stand by themselves, just as ignorant, poor spending habits, you know, and all this other stuff. My thing would be, to AJ's perspective, is and honestly, I am an advocate for people that as long as you can, stay at home. I'm an advocate. Listen. One of the worst decisions in my life as a young man in my early 20s, 15 years ago, was moving out too early, right? Because I wanted to be a man. What I'm saying is that if I'm looking at a woman, I'm considering, number one, where you stay at. Because there's certain parts of the country, you know, I got friends that make $100,000 a year in certain parts of the country and they have roommates, you know, so I'm considering all of that. And I'm also considering, like what AJ said, man, what is your money looking like? Like, what's your vision? Like, you know, what are you doing? Okay, you're staying with your parents and you're not paying rent. Maybe you went through a horrible season. Like, man, there are people, that's women, that's men that go through terrible seasons, you know, depression. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, a month of depression can set your life back 5 years. You hit depression hard enough, a bad divorce. You know what I'm saying? So my question would be, I'm with Frank. I like how Frank phrased it. It's a pending red flag, pending the conversation and the insight into why you staying at home. And I would say also, Bishop, that I would spin it around, and ladies might like this, that you should also have that same mercy and level of grace on men that have been through bad seasons, bad divorces. You know, divorce hit us different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm of the opinion, I would not call it a red flag. I would say, can we talk? Nah, you know what would be a red flag, Bishop? If we can't have a conversation about it.
So y'all do
Boom.
remember, and I'm surprised Michael didn't say, Michael, put yourself on mute. That's definitely.
That might need some WD-40 over there. Bad.
Sound like somebody working on a car or something. Y'all forget that women used to stay home and leave home
Once they got married.
Once they got married.
They wasn't even allowed. I know right now a family that believes that, and these people are grown and they making hundreds. They making big money. I'm talking about the kids are making big money. They can afford to be out on their own. So have we forgotten about that? You went and got a woman from home.
Right.
But
That's American.
Guess what they was doing back then, Bishop?
Huh?
Cooking, cleaning, staying at home, having kids.
Oh my Lord!
But I think it's more of a
Who was? You mean the girls that was staying home?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, back in the day, the reason you would get her from that house is because it was your job to provide everything. She was that.
You mean she was doing what she was? I got you.
Yeah. So basically,
they were training her too.
She was being passed. She was being passed from her daddy being responsible for her in that house to now you being responsible for her in that house.
Yeah, but I know some modern day situations where the people have their jobs too, though, and they just still believe that.
Yeah,
right.
But you're right, Frank. They were being passed, and you took care of them. But the mama was teaching her how to cook and take care of her husband. You're right.
Yeah.
Isn't it also? Can we also say that it is also more of a modern, even westernized phenomenon? Because remember, that was the way everybody was raising their kids and their families, from the aspect of that people literally they literally were leaving home to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like they were leaving their homes, they were leaving their families, Bishop, to get married. This is sort of the modern westernized aspect of what we look at dating and relationships, where we are looking at the woman have her own household, you know, the man have his own household, and then they're coming together and join. I would suggest, I'm not a rocket science, Bishop, but I would suggest that it is also hindering a lot of our wealth building. Because these other cultures, listen to me, these other cultures, well, listen, they'll come to America, they'll work together, stay in one household until we got enough money to go dominate something else.
I just said that.
It don't make sense, and I get past it. It don't make sense if you broke to become house poor.
Yes.
So I know people that go buy a house, you go get an apartment, but you ain't got no money to eat. Your tires bald, you got beads in your head. You can't do nothing. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's really, you know, this kind of westernized view that the woman has to dominate, the man has to dominate, and their spheres of influence, and then come together. That's fine and dandy. But again, I think from an African-American perspective, that is also hindering a lot of our wealth building, because at least when the women were at home, right, that when they came into that man's life, to Frank's point, it was a different dynamic. I just think that don't go into debt. Don't get yourself $100,000 in debt. Don't go, you know what I'm saying, you paying rent and you can't save. So, you know, what's the end benefit of that, Frank? You know, to even women and men that go out and say, okay, it's time for me to be a man or a woman, right? And at the end of the day, you seeking to be married, but you ain't got nothing to build with. You ain't got no savings. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Your credit is piss poor because you have no flexibility. This is my perspective.
Josh, I think the other piece we fall into, Josh, in our culture, especially in single parent homes or other homes, the other piece that we fall into, Josh, is this. When my kids turn 18,
kick them out.
That is sex. Come on, Josh. That's, you know, I'm telling the truth. That's the mindset that has hurt us. Is that when they turn 18, you got three places to go. You either go into the military, you either go to college, or you go get your own place. And we don't realize, Josh, that has hurt us, because that's the mindset from the time the child is a baby. Oh, I can't.
Well, let's be honest.
And I'm not saying it's just a reality.
That's more so towards men than it is women.
Yeah,
that's more towards black men than it is black women.
Yeah, they kick
let's,
black.
Let's just be.
They ain't doing that to women. They doing that to us.
Yeah,
they doing that to black men. Boy, it's time to get Frank. I'm lying, Frank.
No, brother.
But hey, and they let you know you're on the clock at 16.
Yeah, it's very seldom. It's very seldom.
They're not kicking women out.
That you see a woman being put out. Most, I want to say, probably the average age a woman probably moves away from home is about 25.
Yeah,
I've seen it earlier and look like it's more early now, but you know, it's definitely amended. But now,
but Frank, let that man be 25.
Exactly. AJ had something to say if he ain't lost it. He had something I would have been interested in what he had to say.
No, I think I agree with Bingham on this one. And that's why I was like, yeah, I'd actually have to see how she handles her money. Because for me, like, my daughter can stay at home as long as she wants. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But I want her to be educated, and I'm making sure that she's, you know, street smart and relationship smart, so that when she gets in a relationship, she's not sheltered. You know what I'm saying? Because of my provision with her. So I'm very straightforward with her about what it looks like to live life, and, you know what I'm saying, what it looks like to live life without me. But if I was to find a woman in this situation, I would just find it more so intriguing. Like, how are you handling yourself? Why did you make that choice to do that before I call it a red flag?
Okay, let's go deeper. Broderick, I want to start with you on this one.
Yes, sir.
This is especially for you, Broderick. Is it a red flag if the person you're dating has previously been with someone of the same sex?
Hell yes.
No. Now, Bishop, I didn't say that the woman, the woman that I was married to, that was the situation.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Broderick.
No. That was a situation.
I had no idea.
No. It was a situation.
Really?
It was a situation, but watch this. I was in and here's an interesting tailing off of the last one. I stayed at home till I was 27. I asked my daddy now, Daddy, why did you let me stay home so long? He said, I don't know, son. But when I got married.
Well, we see how that turned out. I'm just playing, right?
I'm not sure how you mean that, so I'm not sure whether I should be offended.
Playing, right?
But and it's not a put down to the lady that I was married to. She's a wonderful woman, what have you. I didn't know enough of who I was to really think that was different. My thing was, she said she was delivered. Pastor said she was delivered. Pastor's wife. Sure.
She was delivered.
That's what they said. So I just went with it. And
How old were you then?
I was 27.
Okay. And you was okay with it?
I was okay. I didn't listen. Can I say this? I wasn't mature enough to even know I should have been more concerned.
Can I ask you
She
something?
really
Rice?
wasn't deliberate. She wasn't really deliberate.
Was she the I don't even
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well,
was she the
Don't do it.
Well, I'm not.
was she the pegger or was she getting pegged?
Well,
Previously.
I don't know. I never asked. But and I believe she's delivered now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, but she's a pretty well-known person, so I don't want to put her out there.
But I think now.
Oh man.
Now y'all laughing, but y'all younger generation. That's
Got it worse.
That's a common thing.
Yep.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. That's why I asked.
It's more of a common thing now than it was then.
Because women, they might not admit it, but women have a tendency to be more experimental during their college years than they will admit. But in the context, I think when it comes to dating someone that was, especially a woman that was with the same sex, I think the context in which they were with them matters. Like if they were acting as the man per se in the relationship, I think that may be tougher than
they don't do that as much as they used to. The man, they just do each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying because I asked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've met. Yeah, I got what you. I've met girls, and this generation, the younger, they do it more, and they'll tell you, Frank, what you just said. They'll be like, "Oh no, I don't really like girls. I don't really. I still like D. That would be Dwayne. I still like that, but just experimented. I'm not gay. I don't really like women. I mean, if I'm out and I'm drunk, and I've had those conversations.
Yeah, and the younger generation of women is on a mass scale more bisexual than the older.
Yeah. So the question is it a red flag, gentlemen?
Not for me.
Yes or no?
No.
It's a pending red flag for me,
It's a
Bishop.
pending red
It's
flag.
still-
Yeah, it's a pending red
If
flag.
she was a stud,
Yes.
she was a stud. I don't know. No, I'm just saying my
Oh,
the
he-
southern.
yeah.
Please don't be offended if somebody's. I'm just saying my southern language that I know. If she was a stud, which means she's
The male.
taking on the characteristics of a
Of the
man in a
The
relationship,
dominate.
that would be a red flag for me.
Yeah, the dominate.
But yeah, but if she was
but what you're saying is if she were more feminine and
right,
then that's okay.
right. Yeah. I'm going back on mute now.
Yeah.
No,
Like
no,
if
no,
I'm
no,
in-
no.
Go ahead, Josh.
No, like I'm with you, Frank, because for me, it would be, what was your role? You know, because if you was operating like I was operating in my college days, you know, knocking them down, you know what I'm saying? So you was knocking them down like I was knocking them down.
Mhm.
Then we need to have, yeah.
If you was out here, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
My
That's
question,
different, Bishop.
my question is, are you still practicing? Is this, I mean, you know, are you
You asking the woman that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're not. Absolutely, I'm asking.
And how long ago was it, Bishop? That's another thing. It got to be.
Yeah, if this was college and this year,
Yeah.
but if you still practicing and you like to have a spare of each, then that's a red flag. Meaning you like a man, like you want a man and a woman.
Right.
Because some see it like I like a man and a woman. You know, I mean,
Bishop, what if she says, I don't practice, but I still have the desire?
yeah, that's a red flag.
Bishop, would you mind explaining why?
If she still desires,
No, I don't mean that to be funny either.
so that means if she still
It's a good question.
desires, she may see something that she still desires and act out on it.
Right.
And I'd be doggone. It's one thing to be cheated on with another man, but hell, I'm gonna lose my pride if you're gonna cheat on me with another woman.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind.
I'd probably rather be cheated on with another woman. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. I'm like, what?
Drew Hill made a song about it. Somebody sleeping in my bed, and there
I
was
don't
a
care
woman in the
who made
bed.
what. I don't want to be outdone by another woman. Hell, think about it.
Well, I ain't worried about the woman because the woman can't compete with me. Like there's two different things.
Obviously, she can.
I would rather.
Bishop,
Bishop,
a
I
man-
ain't gonna lie.
Obviously, she can. Josh, think about it. You go, hey Josh, you gonna wake up in the
No.
middle of your night and say, Bishop, you was right.
No.
Bishop, I
Your
can't-
man, another
She
man
can't
knocking
compete
your
with
woman
me.
down is different.
because what I have, she
No,
ain't
not
got.
for me.
Yeah, I'd rather be cheated
Yeah.
on with a woman, Bishop.
Yeah,
Me
than a
too.
man.
Another
Okay,
man
okay,
knocking
wait
your
a minute.
woman down.
Dwayne,
okay,
Dwayne,
Frank,
could you leave the lights alone until we get off? Dwayne, put the lights after we get off, Dwayne, okay?
I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to change. You see, I changed my name because when they come back on here, they won't say Dwayne said. My name's Jimmy Dean now, and I turned my head around.
Go
What you
ahead.
said, Broderick?
Well, no, for me, the funny thing is, and you guys kind of caught me off guard tonight with this one, because I don't think about it all the time, but that was my situation. And that was my real life situation. And like I told you, you know, she's a beautiful woman, you know, and I know we're not supposed to say a woman is delivered from homosexuality or lesbianism because they were born that way. But for me, emotionally, Bishop Davis, my sister had a word that I can't repeat on here, but she said that thing messed me up. And sometimes I wonder now, you know, now there's a hypocritical side because, which I won't say here, because on one hand I say, I don't want no women, you know, I want to, but then again, sometimes if a couple of them, you know, would try to tempt me and lead me the wrong way together, then I may not be as judgmental. But
What?
I get what he said. He talking in code, but I get it.
I just
But
call
Rice, so are you saying that that became an issue in your marriage?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Most immediately.
Okay.
I mean,
So she was not no longer wanting to be with women, even though y'all were married.
I think she was doing her best to at least play the role.
Let me
Yeah.
say this. Let me say this because I've been there, and I can't say no more than that. I've been there. That's all I can say. It's still, and it's a very sensitive subject. If you've been there, it's still in the back of your mind.
Mm.
Am I helping you, Broderick?
Yes, sir.
That they still may have that and that desire. It's like with a man, with a woman, with another man, you still going, but it's even worse because it's another woman. So you're worried about whether they still have that desire. That's whoever said the desire piece. Josh, I think it was you.
Yeah.
It's right. You wondering in the back of your mind, am I going to be taken out see, when I say stuff, I understand what y'all saying, but unless you've been through it, you say you rather it be a man, but if you ain't been through it.
And Bishop, the whole time you wondering if who she say is a friend is actually
Absolutely. Go ahead, Frank.
Can I tell y'all how to deal with it and ease your mind? And
Well,
this
I ain't got an issue for no more.
this is so not churchy. But ask her, would she be okay if it was both of y'all who joined along together? Can this be our girlfriend?
Well, people do that.
I'm just saying.
That's what I was
Can this
alluding to
be?
that.
Can this be our? If this is still your thing, are you okay with this being ours and not just a you thing? I'm just throwing it out.
Frank.
I'm going back on mute now.
No, but Frank, no, stay. But Bishop, I know we got to go.
No,
But-
hold on. Frank, remember the first of the year, okay? Let's not mess that up. Go ahead, Roger.
All right, let's move on.
I thought I did.
No.
Go ahead,
Let's
Roger.
move on.
Go. No, because you're helping somebody. Go.
What no. If now this, what I'm about to say is very carnal and very fleshly, but I will say it as respectfully and honestly. If I knew then what I know now, what you just suggested, Pastor Frank, I promise you, I would have pursued that at least once.
That would be.
I know that doesn't sound. I know that doesn't sound like a Christian should say that.
Exactly. But I would think that would be the only way mentally and emotionally and even socially you could deal with it, because I just can't see, if there's somebody's strong desire, I can't see them. It's the same thing as being with a man who's coming out of that, or a man who admits that he really likes, like, you like what you like. You like what you like.
No, don't y'all come with the crazy questions. No, we could not date a transgender. What do y'all think this is? No. Hell no. Y'all just go too far.
Hell no. Come on. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell no. To the no.
Boy, Frank, you was on point with that one. You was on point with that.
This young lady said polygamy is okay, but not a threesome or. Oh yeah, this YouTube group is another group. It's a whole nother group. That's a whole nother group.
This the new church.
This the new church. We talk from a prospect of what people are doing. Not we know what's right and wrong as preachers. So we don't need to. We know we talking with
exactly.
People are doing. Okay,
and
so
that's the beauty. That's the beauty, Bishop, of when the right one comes. Is that even though we are clergy, we are talking to you from the perspective of both, from what we think is right and wrong, and also from real world stuff that goes on every day. A lot of the stuff we are talking about, we're not making it personal, but we're just giving you our thoughts on just the world, period, how it works. That's
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so if you've been there before, but hats off to Broderick, you know, because I had no idea when I asked him the question. I really was I had no idea. And so I hope it didn't trigger anything, Broderick, but I've been there. I could answer the question myself. I can't talk about so much about it, but I've been there. And, you know, you be like, for me now, it's a red flag based upon what Josh just said. If the person still has, if they say to me, yeah, you're not still out of desire, I would be thinking every minute, you know? And so, yeah.
But what if it's a suppressed desire though, Bishop? Like, what if they say
it may become unsuppressed. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You know, I'm talking about me. As Shara said, I'm just talking about me. I just would be doing this all the time. You know, pretty woman walk in, I'd be like, okay, we both ain't gonna look now. I'm just like,
and
it's real, Josh.
Right. So do we have that same expectation if they have a promiscuous past? Like, what if she's a woman that
it's a different dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic.
But because we can deal with the promiscuous past, man, because we understand that they did something in our eyesight, maybe that's not the right word, normal. It's the abnormal behavior that triggers a lot of us who believe in our normalcy. So yeah, Josh, be okay with that.
But it's a deeper thing here, and we're gonna end right here, and we'll pick up because we didn't even get to all of it. It's a deeper thing than this. How much do you love somebody to deal with their past? That's really what we're talking about.
I was going to say that.
That's good.
No,
Go ahead, Bishop.
That's really what we're talking about.
That's good.
You're talking about Broderick, who marries somebody and says, I love her enough. I don't care if he was 27. Okay. I love her enough to look beyond that.
Yeah.
And ain't that really what it's all about? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's deeper than just the same sex that they done been with and all that. Do you love somebody enough to, and which I'm gonna testify, which is one of my biggest faults. I love hard when I love, but I love you despite your faults. And I've tolerated stuff that I shouldn't have tolerated too long until I wake up one day and say, no more of this. And that's my friend Luther always says that, you know, if I'm talking to him, he always be like, okay. He gonna wake up one day because he knows me. I'll wake up one day and say it's over just like that. But isn't being in love really suffering with somebody? And Josh, I know you're right. I know you're pushing the button, but those are good questions. Even so, is it wrong for me to say no to Josh? Because the only difference is I'm asking her and she's telling me point blank. But how many of us have things that are suppressed that we deal with and we with people?
Exactly. That's my point.
Whether it's another woman or it's another man or whatever the sex is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A desire is a desire. Somebody put that in the comments. Yeah. So isn't love really about unconditional? That's the word I've been searching for.
That's good, Bishop.
So if we don't want to, unless we're going to be with a virgin.
People had a pass. That's what I was going to say.
Everybody got a pass. Mm-hmm. And how many people, Josh, Broderick, was in Broderick's situation? The woman was actually honest enough to tell him. The person I was with was honest enough. This is a long time ago to tell me.
Yeah, me too.
How many people that have we been with that have done that and never told us. And people, and you've been with them, and sometimes it come out late on down the line the wrong way. So really, none of us would be with the right one, because the right one may have a dark past.
Absolutely.
They may have slept with a woman. They may have had threesomes.
Absolutely.
Okay. They may have really come out of that life, but really want to be right. So are we to say that because we got passes?
Right. That's my point.
Illegitimate children. I had a child that died. You know, I talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care about judgment, because as long as it's okay with me and God, that's the main thing.
Absolutely.
So we'll never be with nobody if we have this attitude. And that's for all of us.
That's for all of us.
And what we like and what we don't like and all that kind of stuff. But all of us on here need to, I'm talking about all 224 people that's still here. Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. Did we say that's a red flag if somebody was raped?
No.
You know, well, now I've heard people justify that and say, well, you know, if they were molested or raped or whatever, then they may not be able to have sex the way you want to, or you can't do certain things with them because it reminds them of the way, you know, y'all may have been with women before. I have, that it says you can't do that because that triggers me.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Do you love them enough to take your time with them and not do that? And that's just something you like? Because, you know, we always talk about, I mean, I'm just going to say it, Josh. We talk on Clubhouse about oral sex and all that. You know, what if a woman
can't do it?
Says, I'll do it eventually, but I was triggered. It's triggered me because there's so many nuances. I got that word from you, Josh. I bought it from you. There's so many nuances to this thing. And one thing about the heart wants what it wants. And sometimes the heart, AJ, goes to somebody that's all messed up.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to be Debbie Downer, but that was a good place to.
But loving us, Bishop, loving us sometimes.
You know, I
we
mean,
were messed
so
up.
do Broderick, I commend you. I didn't mean to bring up a sore spot.
No. That was.
Yeah, I could see that, you know, it did something in you, but that's a question, and we can't answer that. We're going to end in prayer tonight, but that's a question that we need to all ask ourselves.
Yeah.
How much are we willing to love somebody through their stuff? How much is somebody willing to love me through my stuff?
Through my stuff.
And the question resounds, as I've talked to 3 people today about this one thing. And the question resounds is, what are you willing to put up with?
Yeah.
The real question is, I'm getting ready to close. What are you willing to put up with? Put the given information up, Marlon. What are you willing to put up with? Like, what's your deal breakers? Like, what? Because you're gonna put up with somebody. What's somebody you willing to put up with?
Question. Good question.
So, I want those of you that are left. If I could just get everybody tonight, and we could. I want you to sow into I want you to sow into a healthy relationship. But Lord, help me to love in spite of. And if I could just get everybody to sow a $21 seed, that's all I want. If everybody did that tonight, so I can be a blessing to the men. They come here every week. 63 weeks. Okay, 63 weeks. Somebody may have gotten delivered tonight because you were 2. Somebody may want to give 63 tonight. 10 of you may want to give 63 tonight. But everybody, if you give $21, the information is on the screen. Let's give tonight, because Lord, help me to love. Help me to love. Help me to love.
That's
Help me
good.
to love. Help me to love unconditionally.
Mhm.
Help me to love unconditionally. Help me to love, like Broderick is saying. That's a good heart. Everybody, $21. Information's on the screen. Let's do it in 5 minutes. Let's reach the budget tonight in 5 minutes. Everybody give somebody. I believe there are 10 people that would say, Bishop, yeah, I want you to do like Nisha, to put the check on there and say done. But I believe there are 10 people that would say, I'm going the extra mile, Bishop, because I thank God for your sacrifice. I've been here 63 weeks. We have not missed one in 63 weeks. And I don't never talk about that about myself, but I sometimes impress myself. 63 weeks
Straight.
Lord, that's why I'm raising Frank up. 1 week I'm gonna call Frank and say, you got it tonight, Doc. All right. 63 weeks. I want 10 people that say, Bishop, I love your consistency to sow $63. I believe there's 10 of you tonight. You're sowing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it going. $21, everybody. Thank you. Akeem, I thought you was going to sleep. You said you old school. You still up. You didn't want to miss nothing. That's 4 numbers. Somebody just gave through Venmo. I don't know why I was asking you that. Somebody just gave through Venmo. They must be asking for yours because somebody just gave through Venmo. Love unconditional. Lord, help me to love unconditionally. I see your seeds. Thank you. Thank you. I see the green. Okay. I'm asking 10 of you that would go the extra mile. We got something that I'm introducing, getting ready to introduce, and I'll tell you more about it next week. Patreon on here also, where special group will have special stuff for those that become members of the Patreon. We'll tell you more, but keep giving that $21, everybody, on tonight. Done. I see you. 10 of you that would give $63. Thank you, Shalice. I appreciate you. And Michael will be getting with those very shortly that are going to become sponsors. I think we have 4 people that say they want to be sponsors.
Mm-hmm. We putting the paperwork together. We should have it in another week to put it out.
So if you want to be a sponsor, contact Michael Claiborne. Okay. Let's keep giving everybody 21, 63, 21 or 63. You going live, sir? No. I thought you would because you was out of time. You wouldn't go out of time. Thank you, Renee Hines, for the 63. I appreciate you so much. Come on, y'all. I'm a ways away. I need 9 more of you if you would give 63. 9 more of you. Everybody else, if you continue to give 21. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Anybody got announcements while we're waiting? Anything coming up?
Well, just got a new book is gonna hit, Bishop. 2 weeks. You pushed me to it. I talked to you about it earlier. Got it back from the editors. They finished up the artwork today. So we got a new book that's going to be coming out. I'm so excited, Josh. Book number 2, Josh. I'm so excited about it. But I did it in a smaller form.
Is the title, Cleveland, is the title Turn My Mic Back Up?
No, the title is going from your lap to your chest, but we'll talk about that later.
He got you back tonight.
Hey, what they say? A broke clock right twice a day.
So I'm gonna be right. But the book is Josh, and pray for. I think I really feel in my spirit it's going to go out really big. It's not a big book. I did a smaller something. It's going to be an ebook first, but it's called Surviving the Pandemic, Marriage Surviving the Pandemic. And Broderick, I really feel a lot of people are going to grab it. A lot of marriages got attacked during this pandemic. A lot of divorces came up. So this book, it was just so pulling me, and wrote it, got it all back, and we should be ready to roll out with it in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to do a big campaign. I'm going to hit it with ebook, and I think a lot of people are going to pick it up. Surviving the Pandemic. Marriages have gotten hurt during this pandemic, but we gave them a lot of great tips on how to survive this pandemic.
What's the name of it again? What's the name?
Marriage Surviving the Pandemic.
Good title.
So I believe you think. Thanks, man. I really believe a lot of people are going to pick it up. It's a lot of marriages I talk to all the time, and Josh, 20 years, great marriages, and then the pandemic hit, and now they at each other and don't want that. So I really finished that, and I'm grateful for that piece right there.
All right, y'all. I'm going to ask that you all continue to give, because we try to stay under 2 hours so we can replay it. I'm going to ask that Broderick would pray for us tonight. He is a preacher. Yep. Many of y'all don't know that, but if I could get 9 more people to give that 63, lay it on your hearts tonight as Broderick is praying, and everybody else continue to get at 21, I think that I'll be where I need to be, because I do want to be a blessing to these brothers. One person gave 63, but if for nothing else, say, Bishop, we appreciate your consistency. Use me for it, okay? Give the 63 tonight. And maybe you're praying for consistency in your own life. And let me be your example of sometime tired, sometime not feeling good, sometime not feeling it. I got the worst drainage right now, so pray for me. This season is hard, going back and forward through different climates. So if you all would pray tonight, Broderick, and continue to give as they pray. All right, go.
Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you tonight once again for week 63. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for our leader, our Bishop Greg Davis. Thank you for him being here, leading by example, 63 weeks. Thank you for the vision. Thank you for the decade that he was doing this, even before we had this opportunity to be a part. Father, I thank you for every viewer, every listener, Father, who has partaken. They've heard some pretty heavy things tonight. But Father, I thank you, it will be helpful. Father, I thank you for each sower who's sowing tonight. They're not just wasting money. They're sowing seed. They're sending seed into what they are believing for. Father, that single woman, that single mother, working and taking on this job and these responsibilities. As we heard some say tonight, even some taking care of their elderly parents that may be ill or incapacitated. Father, as they sow that seed tonight, Father, one of the things I've heard preachers say is mix giving with believing. So tonight, as they give, let them not just give something randomly, Lord, and let them give with expectancy tonight. Somebody say you can't buy a miracle from God. That's true. But what you can do is position yourself better for what God has in mind for you now. Single woman, single man, somebody that might even be in trouble relationally tonight, and they need to connect with this opportunity. There's something about a seed that helps you to believe. And so, Father, we thank you for it tonight. Father, I thank you, Lord, for those who are going to be healed emotionally just by what Bishop brought up tonight, specifically that last part where we were talking about relationships and those who may have had an experience in that area. I was the one he asked the question. That must have been the Spirit of God. I believe it was. But there are others who nobody will talk to them about it, and they're still dealing with it. Father, I thank you for their healing and with that healing tonight, and even believing for that healing emotionally. 30 years later, and I'm still dealing with it, but I haven't given up. I still have hope. I still do believe that there's a right one for me, and it will be right in all ways. Thank you, Father, tonight for peace. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for tranquility in the minds of those listening and sharing, and whenever they're watching this. Thank you. Thank you once again for this platform, this most helpful and down-to-earth platform with Bishop Greg Davis and the Right One Comes. Thank you now in Jesus' name. We decree we are blessed, we are whole, we are prosperous, and even in this season, we are protected by the blood of Jesus. Amen. We can't hear Bishop. Can't hear Bishop.
Sorry. Thank you for the $65, Solin. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. This has been great. You can continue to give even after we go off. And thank you, Candace. Candace was our writer tonight. Somebody said, where these questions come from? Good night, everybody.
Good night, Bishop. Good night, gentlemen. Couldn't find my button.
Why am I going out on dates and they're not calling after the first date? What should I look for in the dating process? What should I know and ask 30 days after dating them? How do you identify red and green flags? How do I date long distance? And more. Order Greg Davis's new book now, The Do's and Don'ts of Dating, the guide to removing guessing and eliminating the games. Order now at www.gregdavisshow.com. Again, that's gregdavisshow.com.